morning, everyone. We are in the south end of Reno, just now entering a nice community called Curdy Ranch, and I am trying to drive. It's a very interesting place because it's the very first home that Maurice came to in America when we first met up. I brought her over here on a fiance petition. It's a very nice community and has some very large homes and very modern. These were built in 2006, 2005. I'm sitting over here at the little park at Curdy Ranch, and just to talk about what's so interesting about this little place. In 2006, I bought this home over here, and it's I'll show you the house. It's really beautiful, a very large two-story, 3,600 square feet, 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath, just a gorgeous home. And this is the very first home that Maurice ever came to meet up with me in the United States. So it was to her, it was kind of like a shock to come to this house. And we were just getting to know each other because she came in on a fiancé petition. And you know, it's one thing to write letters or to communicate through the computer, which we weren't doing back then. She didn't even know anything about computers at all. She knew nothing about computers. And so, you know, we got to know each other when she came over here. I mean, we did pretty good over a year just writing back and forth, but those letters took like 10 days to go back and forth. One way to go to the Philippines and 10 days to come back. So when she came to the house to live, she was really shocked and didn't speak a lot of English. It was really kind of funny, but very frustrating at times too. So since we're going through that learning period of getting to know each other, something came up that I knew nothing about. It's called Tampo. Tampo. It's a Philippine thing that Filipinos all know about, and the American guys that are married or dating either know about it or they will, because it's a very common occurrence. So I'm going to show you the house and tell you about the story of what it was like getting to know each other and what happened at that house. It was kind of funny. So let's go check out the house. Okay, so this is the house. It's really nice, beautiful home. But that room right there is the room, the 5th bedroom, and it's the room that Maurice used to go to hide. She would hide from me when we were first married, when she was mad. So let's go back to the hotel room, and we're gonna sit down and talk about it. And for you guys thinking about marrying a Filipina or dating one, it's something that you should know. Tampo. Well, I'm going to ask Maurice right now, what were your impressions when you first came to that big house in the United States, in the strange land with the strange guy? What did you feel?
I expect the house is gonna be tiny because John don't really mention about it. So when we arrived, when he parked to the driveway, I was so shocked when I saw the very big house. Like I was so scared when I was going to come in, and it's kind of scary because it's a millionaire house when I think about it, because I never see houses like that in my village or in Trinidad where I live, Bohol. So when I come in, oh my God, I can't believe what I see.
And it was brand new house, just finished being built.
Yeah,
I was the
good
first one living in it. At the time, my brother Stuart was living there with me for a short time, I believe. Was Stuart still there when you came?
No, he's gone.
Okay, Stuart, my brother Stuart had left by then. But yeah, it was kind of spacious, and you could easily get lost in it between the upstairs and the downstairs. It was very spacious.
Yeah.
But there were times when the communication from American to Filipino language really got in the way, and our customs as well. Like the one time that she got really upset, and I didn't really think she should have got upset, but tell the story about the one time you got really mad and I didn't know, and then what you did.
Well, at that time we went to the store, and of course we don't have a car in our village, and John has this big Lexus. So we went I think we went to Walmart in a parking area, and there's a car next to us. So when I open the door, I just slammed the door like that, the Lexus door, and all of a sudden the door hit to the other next car, and John is raising his voice like, when you open it, you have to be careful. And of course, that's the first time I heard John raising his voice. And the first marriage is you have to get to know your attitude, get to know each other, and I never heard him raising his voice like that. So there's a tampo right there. It hurts my feelings.
Well, it's the custom thing too, because in the Philippines, it's more readily they open doors like that, and don't really care too much about.
Yeah, because we are wild. We just.
Yeah, and the cars, you don't see, especially in the provinces, you don't see a lot of cars like that. So, and if you hit another car, it's no big deal because it's got a lot of scratches and dents anyway. Most of them aren't, really kept spotless for long because the cars get damaged over there. Mm-hmm. But over here, everybody in the States tries to keep them really clean. And if somebody were to hit my car like that, I'd be upset because everything costs so much money over here. Mm-hmm. Over there you can have it repaired pretty easily, but over here it's a different, it'd be cheap over there. But over here, you got to file an insurance claim and stuff sometimes. But anyway, so she got the Tampo, and first time. I didn't even know what all of a sudden happened, but she started to really sulk.
I don't talk anymore.
She stopped talking 100%. And tell what happened.
And I'm not talking to him anymore when we get into the car on the way home, and he kept looking at me like, what's wrong with her? And when she's not talking anymore because he don't understand tampo yet. That's the Filipinas attitude when they get hurt or they get mad to their husband or boyfriend, whatever. Mm-hmm. So we went to the house. We arrived to the house. I ran to the upstairs, to the one of the bedroom upstairs, and I hide in there for like 2 days. I'm not talking anymore. And when John leave in the day, I run, go to the kitchen, get some food, bring it upstairs.
Yeah, she'd come downstairs and raid the refrigerator, which is downstairs on the first floor, and she'd cook food and bring it up because I'd take off during the day, and I didn't know what to think of what to do. I guess I should have got. I kind of tried to find her, and then I figured that she's in that one bedroom that I showed you in the video, on the second floor facing the street. Yeah. I figured she's in there and just wanted to be left alone. And so I just let her be, and then I would just go on my way and do what I had to do during the day, and I'd run errands and stuff. And while I was gone, you'd go raid the kitchen, and I don't know what you did while I was gone, but then I'd come back, and then she disappeared again. Well, she disappeared. I didn't see her for 2 days, and
I ran away.
Yeah, the third day I found her in the backyard. And
pulling weeds.
Yeah, she's in the backyard pulling weeds.
Yeah, I was pulling weeds because I'm still mad at the time. So we have a lot of weeds in the backyard of the house, really long, like halfway like that. You never clean up the backyard.
They were those kind of desert sticker bushes all kinds of. But the thing is, the house was really expensive when I bought it, and I didn't have the money to finish off the backyard, which would have been quite a bit more money to finish that. So I was just concentrating on the inside and getting her over from the Philippines and paying all that immigration money for the fiancé petition.
Yeah.
So I hadn't got around to doing any landscaping in the backyard, so the weeds would grow. And I lived in that house like that for like a year or two, year and a half, I think. And I'd pull the weeds. So every summer there's a ton of weeds. But yeah, I found you back there with this bandana on and long
jacket,
sleeves,
because
like
it's
the
snowing.
Filipinas.
Yeah.
No, was
Oh,
it
it's
snowing?
snowing?
No,
okay.
But it doesn't matter. But I thought it was like springtime.
Oh, it might be,
And
yeah.
you were pulling weeds because.
And I'm still wearing jacket because I don't want.
Well, you're
sun.
wearing long sleeves like they do in the rice fields. They'll wear long sleeves even though it's really hot
and
and
the
sweaty.
bandana in the head.
Yeah,
I was
and
pulling
you were
like,
pulling weeds. Well, we'd started a project where we were both out there pulling, and we do like a 20 by 20 foot section a day because it's quite a bit back there to pull. And but I found you back there by yourself, and you'd done like 2 sections. You were so mad you pulled so many weeds. That's where I found her. Yeah, and then we didn't even talk. I didn't even know about what Tampo was. Tampo.
Yeah, you
I
don't.
didn't know what that meant.
You don't understand how to,
And you didn't explain it to me.
Yeah.
I found out on my own by watching other vloggers, guys from the Philippines. That's where I learned about it.
Yeah.
I still didn't learn it from you, but I learned from the actions from you.
So on that, yeah, when you found me, you started to kind of talking to me, like, slowly voice and smiling. So I think that's the time that I kind of just give up my bad mood.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's been really just up until recent years that I learned how to quickly put it to an end, the Tampo. And, a lot of things can set it off, little things can set it off, as the Filipino people, men and foreign men know that littlest things can, like if you could say, look at another woman, just glancing at another woman, a woman just
Tampo again.
Innocently, yeah, it can trigger Tampo. And then what else? Anything you say.
When the Filipina wants to get something, and the boyfriend or the husband say no, so that's a Tampo right there. The Filipina's gonna get Tampo if you don't buy her something. Or birthday special, when you forget her birthday, when you forget the anniversary, whatever special occasion on that time, on that day, it's gonna be big Tampo, so you have to be careful.
I found the easiest, quickest way to put it to an end is to leave her alone for a little bit and then come over and smile and give her a hug, or do something nice.
Oh yes.
And it usually stops it right away. Doesn't last too long.
To all foreigners that have Filipina girlfriend, if your wife or your girlfriend, whatever, you have to know the Tampo. And once the girl have Tampo on you, the medicine is you just have to come over and hug her and tell her that you love her, and all the Tampo will disappear. So that's the medicine. Just give her a kiss, a big kiss.
Well, American men are kind of conditioned differently with the American women that we deal with, and our custom is kind of like if a woman pulls an attitude like that, men just pull more of an attitude, or they just go distant and stay away until they just hopefully just get over it on their own. But that's not how it is in the Philippines.
Yeah, the Filipina just need a little love when they have Tampo.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is I think you guys get over it quickly if you do that, if the men do that, respond that way. But in America, they can hold a grudge a long time. And I don't know, maybe that would work with the American women too. I don't know. If you're an American woman and you think that would work, give us a thumbs up. Since you can't leave comments anymore, guys, they still got our comments disabled, along with all the other YouTubers with kids in them.
Yes.
Yeah, that are featured. So
also the first marriage, right now I don't have Tampo anymore. That was only our first year of being married. Is you have to adjust the attitude of you and your husband or boyfriend. So that's why the first year of marriage you have to get to know each other. Correct?
Yeah, few years of marriage,
Oh,
not
it's a
just
few
1
years?
year.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe.
well, it wasn't until recently that she's gotten over the Tampo.
We are already 12 years of marriage now, so no more Tampo.
Sometimes a little bit.
Well, if I get mad right now, I have to tell him that I'm mad. I don't have Tampo anymore, like I'm not hiding anymore.
Yeah, usually she gets over it on her own.
Yeah.
But it could take a day and a half or two. But it won't. But not like before. That was pretty
That was
pretty
bad.
dramatic. I thought there was something wrong with you.
Yeah.
So anyway, since you guys can't comment, can you just give us a thumbs
Yeah,
up?
just message us
Give us a thumbs
in
up
Facebook.
if you know what we're talking about, or if you think this is true. If you can learn about it, and you can save yourself a lot of grief, foreign guys.
Yes.
Really will save a lot of grief for the foreign guys. Yeah. So what else can we say? We want to just thank our subscribers. We got you guys. We got so many, and just appreciate the increase in our subscribers and
Yeah, thank you
YouTube
so much.
friends, and things are going well, and we're still making plans.
We will let you know pretty soon.
As soon as we have news, we'll let you know.
Yes.
We are waiting for our final week, hopefully, on that Social Security card for Bryson.
And a passport.
Yeah, passport too. We already filed. That's still in the works. It's already been filed and everything. We're just waiting. So we're kind of like sitting here, can't buy a ticket or anything until we nail that down.
Yes.
So anyway,
All right.
okay, we'll see you guys in the next video, huh, Bria? Want to say
Come
goodbye?
on, Bria.
Bria's over here.
And Bryson, I'm gonna get him.
Bryson's
he's awake right
he's
now.
awake in the back room. See you
A
guys.
little cry. Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.